I wonder because you had the experience with music before meeting Swami, of course. What was it like? Was there a difference in his music or playing his music? You were talking about the instrument is blessed by that which flows through it. Did you feel a sense of that grace and that blessing that you talked about through the music?
Yes, definitely. It's interesting. Some in those days it was not that easy for musicians to stay connected with Ananda through their profession because a professional training also creates a certain groove, certain grooves. Like this is what music should be, and it can sort of. And I came also from a musical family, so there were lots of patterns there.
Mm.
And um, I just had to trust what was happening when I was playing the music, which compared to, I have continued always to love the classical composers that I've studied and that I can still study and play when I try to stay informed. But I have lost the idea. There was in the beginning there, maybe this is too simple, mental patterns that come because Swami's music is not the work of a craftsman. It's not, although he put a lot of craft in it, he had to, because composing, you need to write down the notes. That's not an easy thing. So first came the idea, the musical idea into his mind, the ideas. He had always had melodies in his mind. Then he needed to learn how to write them down. And he had some help, of course, but he also put a lot of effort in himself. I remember his one beautiful song from the oratorium, Christ Lives in the Holy Land, which is called Let This Cup Pass By Me.
Mm.
And it is a duo of cello, violin, and voice.
Hmm.
And I've played it many times with him singing the where Jesus says, "Let Thy will be done. If possible, let this cup pass by me. Nevertheless, Thy will be done." And it is a duo, and it is deep and touching, and it just hits the essence somehow. And so he said then, yeah, that was difficult to write. Not that he didn't have the melody right, but he had to sit down and then, develop the craft to
Hmm.
write it down. So he just only developed the craft that he needed to write it down. There was no ambition to be a composer. It was
Hmm.
just the ideas come. This, if I want others to hear this, I need to write it down. And it was
Hmm.
the same with his piano. There is a recording where he plays his piano sonata, and um, it's beautiful piano playing. He has a beautiful touch. It could be any, as far as I'm concerned, even a famous pianist. But he only started practicing his technique again once he realized that he wanted to play that sonata that he had written himself.
Hmm.
So it's very the inspiration comes, then you need to develop the crafts, but you develop the craft not as an end in itself, but just so that you can transmit the inspiration. And for myself, through the years, I've played the same music over and over and again, and it has never finished to nurture. I would say nurture my the music of my consciousness.
Hmm. The inspiration there is ever new. I know what you
It's
mean.
yeah,
Amazing.
it's ever new. It's there. It vibrates in the ether or something, and so
Yeah.
it's there.